Good morning. Even though I have hundreds of videos on Instagram, it still just sometimes just doesn't feel quite right. So they say no, not posting on social media is the new social media. Anyway, coming here, I don't know if I'm gonna post this on my public accounts or just my private one, but I wanted to make a plea to, because you could say business owners, well, maybe anybody. If you're anybody who does presentations or does websites or does flyers or whatever, my plea to the world, please make it accessible. I'll automatically, like, when I'm looking at like ads for courses and all these people that trying to sell you how to sell other people's stuff, like course creators and all of this other stuff that's like the thing right now. So the first thing I look at is like, let me take a look at your stuff and see if it's actually accessible, because the low hanging fruit is right there and it pains my heart. I automatically, if I see like you just don't even have just like the basics of how to make design accessible, everything does not need to be pretty. That automatically determines if you're gonna get my business or not. Because I'm worried like, okay, you don't know what the fuck you doing. Period. So that's my plea to the rest of the world. My 350 Instagram followers. Don't be giving these people don't give these people your money if they clearly don't know what they're doing. So yeah, no, all that fucking pink text on white background, nah, bruh. I don't play that shit. A yellow font on royal blue, nah, bruh. Knock that shit off. Knock it off. All the motion just stop. Just stop that shit, bro. That's like right with the ChatGPT flyers. Oh my God, bro. All of that shit can go. Please. We could leave that in 2026. But yeah. It's hundreds of these people out here and they trying to sell you, oh yeah, start your web design business and you too can work home from the beach with your 2 kids and be a stay-at-home mom and cook dinner. Bruh, shut the fuck up. First of all, you just need to stick to a template and don't change none of the colors, because the shit I be seeing out here is crazy. And I know I'm just one person, but you're not gonna get my business. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, that's literally the first thing I'm gonna look at, especially if you claiming to be an expert. Like, it's just the low hanging fruit for sure. Your font, your spacing, and your color is that very simple. Is that simple? Okay. So yeah, that's my plug. If you do anything remotely presentation style. So I don't really have any med students that follow me, but presentation wise, your font size, it should not be 2 paragraphs on no damn PowerPoint slide. Knock that shit off. That's the first thing I always say, because I'm glad that people still do that, because in general, I'm somebody that doesn't have comments about anything. So that's like the low hanging fruit. As soon as I see like, fucking, don't put your, this has actually happened. Don't do your ChatGPT presentation. This shit is obviously made by AI. And it's got 8-point font and fucking paragraphs of information on there. Knock that shit off, bro. Like, seriously? We're in a time where there's so much information at everybody's hands, so I don't understand why people just can't just learn. If you're gonna have a craft, just like learn how to do it correctly, because these people will be out here half-assing this shit, and it's not. Well, I would just say the importance of accessibility, that there's so many things that aren't accessible in this world. And so if you're somebody who prioritizes that, or even if that's your niche, you will have plenty of people willing to give you business and give you money, because for the most part, nobody really thinks about it. So yeah, if your priority is your website to just be pretty, then that's fine. But if that shit loads slowly and the print is fucking old medieval cursive and is yellow on a pink background, bruh, you're missing out on coins. You're missing out on money, because I know I'm not the only one, but yeah, as soon as I see that type of shit, I am going to click away. So yeah, a very plain website that loads well and is readable and not too cluttered like these ChatGPT flyers. It goes a long way. So that's all I wanted to say, because I just saw this. I was just looking at this one, I guess you call them like course creators, but people with their communities that are trying to sell you something, which ever since they sold Instagram or whatever and put ads on here, that's really all you come on here to do, which is very Black Mirror-esque, if you remember how it used to be. But yeah, that's the first thing I'm gonna look to, especially because I follow like a ton. I follow a ton of, I guess you call them freelancers. I don't know. Everybody's got their little thing. So yeah, and I would say about 50%, maybe about 50% of them don't do what they claim to do. I don't think they do it well, but that's just my 2C. So yeah, if you do anything that's on print or virtual, it'd be worth, especially if you try and make money. That's the emphasis. If you try to make money, if it's just supposed to be pretty, then fine. But if you try to make money, fuck all that complicated shit and keep it cute. And it's just don't gotta be a lot of motion graphics and movements and all of that stuff. Those websites are really pleasing to the eye, but are they functional? Generally not. And if you somebody like me, I get motion sickness. So as soon as I see that shit, I'm out of here. It's like, y'all, you losing the bag. You losing the bag because you want this shit to be pretty. Yeah, also, I just wanted to add, it's probably not going to get better, because when I started thinking about it, it's like, why does anybody make those courses and try to sell courses and things like that? Is because of capitalism. We're just joking about this the other day. But no, for real, like, everybody's just hungry to, either you have a side hustle, you hungry to get out of that corporate world, whatever it is. I'm sorry that has to be the way that everybody feels like they have to take shortcuts to try to teach somebody how to do something. But like, genuinely, if you want to teach somebody how to do something, let it be something that you actually know what you're doing, you know? But yeah, that's all I wanted to say about that. It's like, I don't think it's going to get better, judging by the way that things are going, at least in America. Like, everybody is desperate for a way out, it seems. Especially if you're not somebody who comes from a whole lot of means. So I get that. But like I said, the internet and there's no reason in 2026 to not have the information that you need with the internet right at your fingertips. You know, people literally giving skills like knowledge and genuine skills away, especially on like Reddit, YouTube, sometimes on TikTok, but I would say Reddit and YouTube definitely are like the strongest for that. You can learn your skill set without having to pay anybody. For the most part, you can. Now, don't go try to be a doctor or Dr. Google. That's the exception. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm sure it's not that different. Don't know. But for something simple, you actually can learn. You actually can learn how to do a whole lot of stuff on the internet for free. I think that's so awesome. We see the positives and the negatives of it, because, yeah, obviously that's how you end up with people like RFK that think that they know what they talking about because they read it on some whatever. So that's the darker side of it. But in general, it is a positive the way that we can access information and be able to build your skill set. And honestly, as far as AI goes, use it. I always say, like, use it as a tool. Don't let it do the work for you. So, like, these new kids, they're cooked because I get tons of cold emails from people that want to, like, I don't know, intern, whatever, shadow. I am so worried for this new generation. I don't know if it's Gen Alpha, whatever they are called. If you know one of them, please help them out. Because I do. If I get an email that is clearly generated from ChatGPT, when I do respond, usually I will tell them not to do that shit. And honestly, that might be the best advice I can give you. I don't even need to give you advice about, you want to become a doctor? The first advice I'm going to give you, don't use ChatGPT to write an email. Write your email first. And then if you need help making it more succinct, specifically tell it to be succinct. Because otherwise it's going to be long. Soon as I see a long ass email, I'm like, bro, I'm not going to read this. Especially people that is short on time. Okay? I don't know what lawyers do, but I can tell you, working healthcare, at least as a doctor, the speed reading is insane. I can speed read a paragraph in probably like 4 seconds. I don't know. So that's why it's like, you got 4 to 5 seconds to make your impression. Do not do that with any type of AI drivel. Genuinely write the email. If you need to run it through for grammar's sake or to be succinct, by all means do that. I do that all the time. Especially, I did it the other day because somebody was asking for a comment about something for like the media, for the news. I'm like, oh, nah. Like, use it as a tool. Don't just tell it, hey, write me an email to such and such so I can try to shadow with them. Nah, bro. You'll be lucky if you get a response. It's probably gonna be in a junk mail anyway. But now, like, for real, if you know anybody that's a teenager, please give them that one tidbit, because people they try to take that AI and run with it and be having you out here looking a whole ass fool, a whole ass mess. For real. The one day, if I get an organic email from somebody that I can tell was genuinely written, that's be the person that's going to stand out. Like, you know, this is a person that doesn't try to take shortcuts, and maybe they're the person that deserves a break today. So, yeah. It's crazy out here. I get it. I'm not going to knock anybody for wanting to have a side hustle and have side income and all of that. I get that. But I'll be out here trying to be wizards and masters of things that you are not a master at. Clearly, you are a master at selling. Like, if anything, that's probably what you could take from those people and their courses and their ads is how good at they are selling. How good are they at selling you something? What they're actually selling you may not really even matter that much. It may not matter at all. It may not. But yeah, this is what I take from it, observing.